Number 12, Clare Curran.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Broadcasting. In the light of the latest monthly audience figures by Nielson, which show almost 1.6 million New Zealanders watched TVNZ7 in May, an increase of nearly 120,000 viewers in just 1 month, is he now prepared to recommend that the government review its decision not to provide further funding so that TVNZ7, the only nationwide public broadcast television station, can continue operation beyond the 30th of June?
The Honourable Craig Foss.
Mr Speaker. Thank you, Mr Speaker. No. Last year the government reaffirmed the decision of the previous Labour government that Television New Zealand's 7 funding was to end on 30 June 2012.
That's right.
I'm disappointed, Mr Speaker, but not surprised that the member and the Labour Party do not recognise that Māori TV is a nationwide...
Order. The Minister's not responsible for what the Labour Party might think. Clare Curran, supplementary question.
Supplementary. Thank you, Mr Speaker. Why does he persist in stating that the government has not made a conscious decision to close down TVNZ7 when his predecessor Jonathan Coleman received a paper dated 23 February 2011 that states, quote, "It is proposed that Cabinet agree that no further funding be made available for the continuation of TVNZ7 when the current appropriation ends in 2012, end quote, clearly indicating that it was an option that was available to the government."
The Honourable Craig Foss.
Mr Speaker, as I said in the primary, the government reaffirmed the decision of the end date of funding for TVNZ7 last year, Mr Speaker. TVNZ7, which sits beside Māori Television as a nationwide public broadcast television station.
Clare Curran.
Was any TVNZ business plan on the table for continuing the operation of TVNZ7 at the time the government confirmed that no special purpose funding would be available to sustain the channel, that the decision was made on the 6th of April 2011? Did that plan go to Cabinet, and why was it turned down?
The Honourable Craig Foss.
Mr Speaker, I note I wasn't in Cabinet at that time. I understand there were proposals from various entities, including TVNZ, and such things as levies to fund TVNZ7.
Point of order.
Point of order, Clare Curran.
Point of order. This is the Minister of Broadcasting is responsible for broadcasting. He would know what reports went to Cabinet.
Well, the ministers remain responsible. It's why reports are allowed that enable ministers to comment on what's happened historically. So just because a minister what may not have been present at the time does not relieve a minister of being answerable for what took place. Now, that supplementary question asked whether a business plan was on the table and whether it went to Cabinet. Now, the minister may not have the information to answer the question, but should at least attempt to answer the question.
Excuse
Honourable
me,
Craig Foss.
Yeah, Mr Speaker, as I said, I was not in Cabinet at that time, but I do understand various proposals were put by various entities, including TVNZ, for various options for TVNZ7.
Point of order.
Point of order, Clare Curran.
Mr Speaker, my question was very specific. It asked, was there a proposal on the table, did it go to Cabinet, and was it turned down?
Well, order. No, order. A point of order has been raised. The answer did say that, yes, there were proposals on the table, and the minister's understanding is that they did go to Cabinet. A range of proposals did, so it would appear that he's answered that question. The member can dig further into that answer. Obviously, Clare Curran.
Supplementary. Following the axing of public television broadcasting channel TVNZ7 on the 30th of June, will he commit to reserve spectrum for a public service or non-profit public interest television channel for the future? And if not, why not?
The Honourable Craig Foss.
Mr Speaker, Māori Television is doing very well across that spectrum. There are decisions for TVNZ itself, which has made announcements about that. And again, the closing of TVNZ7 was as scheduled by the previous administration.
Point of order, the Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Mr Speaker, I mean, I know we're not meant to argue the accuracy of answers, sir, but the Minister may not have heard the question. The question was about the allocation of spectrum. That is not TVNZ's responsibility. And
order.
so I can only think that he didn't hear.
Order. The member must resume his seat. The member knows the Minister's answer. The Speaker has to... I mean, the Minister has answered the question. The Speaker can't be in any way be accountable for the accuracy of otherwise the answer. The Minister must stand by his answer, and it can't be litigated by way of point of order. It certainly can be tested by way of further supplementary question. Clare Curran. Point of order, Clare Curran.
My question was nothing to do with Māori television. It was to do with public television spectrum.
Well, no order. I'll hear the Honourable Trevor Mallard briefly.
I think you invited us to continue by way of supplementary. There is a slight problem, sir, and that is that we haven't got any. Every now and again well, you can't ask a supplementary question tomorrow without asking another primary. Silly old Stephen Joyce interjecting
Order.
Point of order.
Now the member resumed his seat immediately. He was doing reasonably well till that point, but he... Now, order. The House will come back to order. I apologise. This is my fault. I thought that the Labour Party had one more question, and it appears I may not be right on that, but under the circumstances, rather than have an argument, rather than have an argument over whether or not the Minister has answered the question adequately, I'd rather have the member ask a further question, and I believe that way we can deal with this problem rather than have an ongoing argument under points of order as to whether the Minister answered the question. I invite the member to ask a further supplementary question. Point of order, the Honourable Gerry Brownlee.
Mr. Speaker, so that we don't have an argument over the question, it's worth pointing out that the Minister responsible for spectrum is the ICT Minister, not the Broadcasting Minister.
I appreciate the member's point of order, but the Speaker has total control over the allocation of questions. He's allocated a further supplementary question. Clare Curran.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the light of the Government's Regional and Community Broadcasting Framework of the 22nd of July 2011, which states its objective is to allocate spectrum and reserve for future developments in population demographics, audience demand and technology, particularly digital developments, and following the axing of TVNZ7 on the 30th of June, will he commit to reserve spectrum for a public service or non-profit public interest television channel for the future? And if not, why not?
The Honourable Craig Foss.
No, Mr. Speaker.
Does the member have a point of order? Clare Curran.
Point of order. I seek leave to table the following documents. The latest 4-week QM figures by Nielson.
These are available to all members, aren't they?
No, they're not.
These audience figures? They're available in the media readily. I don't think
they haven't been released.
We're not going to seek leave to table stuff that's available in the media. If there's any doubt, leave us sort table those documents. Any objection? There is objection. I believe the Speaker wasn't wrong.
Point of order. I seek leave to table a summary. I seek leave to table the Ministry of Culture and Heritage report dated the 23rd of February 2011, providing Broadcasting Minister Coleman with a revised Cabinet paper on options for the future of TVNZ7.
Leave us sought to table that document. Is there any objection? Yes. There is objection. Order.
Point of order.
Clare Curran.
I seek leave to table the Government's Regional and Community Broadcasting Framework dated 22nd of July 2011, which states as an objective that spectrum is allocated and reserved for future developments.
Order. Leave us sought to table that document. We've heard all of that previously. Leave us sought to table that document. Is there any objection? Oh, there is objection. And that brings to a close questions for oral answer. I call on Government Orders of the Day numbers 1 and 2.